Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Kansas Jayhawks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Jayhawks will kick it away to start us off. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Bunch formation for these receivers. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the double. Griffin. 325.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick starting conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Oh, he was hoping for the pick 6. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line.
There might not be a hotter player right now in college football than this guy right here. He had 2 picks in their last game. He already has an interception in the first drive of this one. Quarterbacks, they're going to figure it out eventually. Stop throwing his way.
3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The pitch. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Caught over the middle. It's Nelson. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
At the 31-yard line. And first down for the offense.
The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Finds his man. It's Tuggle. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Pickup of 5. First down for the offense.
The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Got it in the middle. It's Nelson. Turning it on. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse.
That's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll give it to Johnson.
I love the effort by that defender on that play. He knew the ball was coming to the outside. He was being blocked. He was able to shed it quickly and then use his speed to force that ball carrier out of bounds for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Fires to the middle. Makes the catch.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Huskers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nebraska.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
14, Kansas, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Fires it incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Thompson.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Oh, they're after him. The sure hands, it's Thompson. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Thompson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
The Jayhawks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Makes the catch. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And the Jayhawks are marching down the field. To the air on first down. He's going for a big play downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Looking downfield, it's Nolan. Extending the play. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
On target to the left. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Breaks into the open. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Gain of 19 on the play. 1st and goal, Nebraska.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be...
And now the hit knocks it loose. They were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
He's got his man. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Marshall. Shoots it to the left. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their...
Fires toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You just feel like the sense of urgency is going up for this offense. Now, they haven't had that many possessions so far in the game, and because they've got no points now, it feels like the quarterback's starting to press. He's trying to make it happen on his own, taking a shot down the field. Another incompletion for this offense. They can't get anything going.
They just keep firing. He'll take another shot here. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
And they do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting the second half and fight and come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Coming out with it, it's Mills. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
I'll tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively. Kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Raiola. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Huskers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to get rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a man. It's Marshall. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Raiola. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They say there's no more loyal fan base than the one at Nebraska. Well, this guy's becoming their hero with this performance.
And Nebraska fans have a special place in their heart for a quarterback that can run it, that can throw it, show you all all the dimensions of their game because they've had so many great ones in the past. And this guy, he looks like the future.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. On the run, fires downfield. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, that one goes incomplete, and certainly the quarterback can help his receiver out a little bit by trying to slow him down or make a more accurate throw, but that didn't have a shot at staying in bounds.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it down the left side. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And the Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. Complete to the left. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
That much time for any good QB in college football is not going to equal success for your defense. The defense has to do a better job trying to get pressure on the quarterback. He's way too comfortable.
All the way down at the 33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Steps away to find some room. Got it! Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Now on the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to...
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskers.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Western Michigan is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Boise State.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Nebraska. And they take it in for 6 more points. Getting set for the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Marshall. That's caught. It's Pickett. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on.
And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires one high and deep. He's got it down the right side. Finds some room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Looking for blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll move the wide receiver. Might be calling a hot route. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's got him this time. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The handoff to Johnson. Got the first down and more. He's loose down the middle. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. On first down, here comes this offense. These corners backing off a bit.
2-9 Philly.
To the air, it's Raiola. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking downfield to throw. Working that left side. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. The Cornhuskers have this offense rolling.
1st and goal, Nebraska.
He'll keep it himself. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskers!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And he tacks on the extra point.
70, Kansas, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand.
Ready? Break. Single, single. Here we go. Set.
Looking for space. It's Thompson. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza.
Get ready.
They'll run the option. Now the toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Wants to throw. It's Marshall. Using his legs to buy some time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And he's thrown another interception. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down.
Easy.
They'll give it to Johnson. Shoots his way for more. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nebraska. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for...
There he goes. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Pollard could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
But I'd say, well, the defense has really contained that quarterback run all game long, but in a big spot in the 4th quarter, they let him out of the cage. He gets out of the pocket, makes the run, and gets the first down.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
Here's the handoff.
Well, I think the offense at this point now, they're just trying to limit the damage. They want to get out of here and move on, turn the page to the next game because things just have not been going their way, throwing or running the football.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
To the air, it's Marshall. Flushed out of the pocket. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know.
Going the other way, and he's got room. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Well, on 2nd and inches, the offense tried to catch the defense napping, and they took a shot, didn't get it. 3rd and inches now, you got to do the obvious thing and run it, and the defense completely stuffs you. Now you got 4th down. What do you do if you're on offense?
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.